reading Surrounded by Idiots, written by Thomas Erikson, who is a behavioral specialist from Sweden. Now, there's a slight difference between human psychology and human behavior. The human psychology gives answers to the reason behind the human behavior, whereas human behavior deals with different interactions that happen between different groups of people at different point in time. So this can include examples from anthropology, philosophy, psychology, and many more. This particular book has been developed on one such model, which is called the DISC model or the DISA model, that was renamed by the author in the book. And the DISC model was developed by a company called TTI Success Insights, and it is still implemented and is being used in full-fledged way by many corporations and businesses across the world. What is this DISC model or the DISA model, as it is mentioned in the book? It simply means dominance, inspiration, submission, and compliance. Now the C has been replaced by A by our author, and this A simply means analytical ability. That is why it is called the DISA model of behavioral profiling. So through this model, the author has described or categorized different people into 4 categories, and for the sake of simplicity, he has mentioned these categories in the form of 4 colors, that being red, yellow, green, and blue. So the people who are dominating in nature will fall under the category of red. Those who are inspiring or have some inspiring qualities will fall under the color or the category of yellow. The ones who are a bit submissive in nature will go under the category of green, and the ones with the analytical abilities will fall under the category of blue. Of course, the author goes a lot more in detail about each of these categories of people in the chapters of the book. And he goes on to say and explain that no one person is made up of just one trait, of course. So all of us are basically made up of probably 2 or 3 behavioral categories or behavioral traits. And there are very few people who have all the 4 traits. That is what the author says. Now, the important question here is that why should anyone read this book? Or why should anyone try and understand the human behavior, right? So here I would like to draw your attention back to the title of the book, which says Surrounded by Idiots. Now, honestly, how many times while interacting or talking to someone have we called him or her an idiot, either in the face or in our minds? Many times, right? So this book basically lays the foundation in understanding why a particular person is behaving in a particular way, not in a psychological aspect, of course, but in a behavioral way, and so that we can apply it and improve our professional as well as personal interactions with them, and we can enhance our approaches and modify our approaches in talking to them or in dealing with them. Now, when I say that we need to modify our approaches in talking to them, I of course do not mean that we should not speak our truth, but there is a way in learning how to speak to a particular kind of a person. So it is just the learning through which we can talk to a person talk to different people in different ways, basically. And an important thing again to remember here is that communication or effective communication happens only by the terms of the listener. And this book in nowhere guarantees that after reading or after learning to apply the principles in practical scenarios, you will be liked by all or everybody is going to agree with you all the time. That will never happen, and of course that's an unfair expectation. But it just says that you will be able to understand people better, you will be able to adopt new ways in talking to them, and of course you will have enhanced human interactions, and you'll be able to improve your relationships, manage individuals well, hire the right people for right jobs, and also form close to perfect teams for business purposes, of course. This book was originally published in 2014 in Swedish language, and it was translated into English in 2019. Today, the book is available in 36 different languages across the world. And I think this book can be a good tool for everyone, not just to understand the human behavior of different kinds of people, but also to understand yourselves or ourselves a little bit more. If you have read this book, let me know in the comment section, and also let me know how you relate to it. See you again. Bye.